Champagne Gang, FizzFam, Confidante. Baby, welcome to the Champagne City. If this is your first time here, hi, I'm the Empress, and you are joining me for grown discussions and bubbly banter. Baby, over here, we give classy with a twist, a little clink with chaos with a side of charm. So if you're ready to sip, savor, and spill, baby, grab your favorite glass of bubbly, say hi to a few people in the chat, kick your feet up in one of those chase lounges, and let's get ready to get into it. And baby, today we're going all the way to China, because have you seen the story that's going insane on TikTok and social media? Well, this story is about the red uncle or auntie. For the sake of this video, we gonna call him Auntie because baby, listen, apparently the red auntie has about 6,000 sexual partners, but 1,700 of them he released online on the dark web, and someone has leaked it to social media. And baby, it is bananas, because see, the red auntie actually looks like this, but when he meets up with his partner, he looks like this. And apparently when auntie lets them know that he's auntie, they don't even care. Baby, it's breaking up homes, causing meltdowns, crash outs, and we're about to get into it. So make sure your glass is filled to the rim. Baby, kick your feet up in one of those chase lounges. Make sure you have your charger so your phone don't die. And let's get ready to get into the scandal that is the red aunties. Now, before we get into it, I'm about to bring back an oldie but goodie. I don't even know why I stopped doing these in the first place. But take those glasses and raise them high. It's time for our positivity and affirmations, because y'all need to be affirmed and be surrounded by positivity. It's too much weird stuff going on in this world. But let's get into it. Are you ready? Are those glasses raised in the air? Repeat after me. I embrace my voice, my light, and my journey fully, fiercely, and fearlessly. I don't dim to fit in, and I don't fold when things get uncomfortable. I rise, I reflect, and I move with divine purpose. Every chapter of my story matters, even the messy ones. So if you're watching this right now, let this be your reminder. You don't need permission to be powerful. You don't need approval to be authentic. All you need is the courage to keep showing up as you. Bold, brilliant, unapologetically real. And if you receive that from the bottom of your heart to the depths of your soul, let's toast. Are you ready? Without further ado, cue the clink, please. Confidants, what is your profession? See my friend, nothing but soldiers and empowerment over here.
Pop that cork, let it rain, living lavish, no restraint.
Do you believe that this woman had dated over 1,600 men? And most surprisingly, this is not a woman at all. The person behind the illusion is Zhao, a Chinese man who posed as a divorced woman on dating apps. He used heavy makeup, wigs, and voice training, no software, to fool men into thinking he was female. His act was so convincing that even neighbors believed he was a kind-hearted woman, nicknaming him Uncle Red. But this wasn't just about fake love. Zhao had a strict house rule. Every man who came to his apartment had to bring a gift: milk, fruit, or even cooking oil. Behind closed doors, it got worse. Zhao secretly recorded intimate encounters with over 1,600 men using hidden cameras without their consent. The victims included university students, office workers, fitness trainers, and even foreigners. The videos, some over 10 minutes long, clearly showed faces and sexual acts. Once leaked online, they went viral, sparking outrage. On July 8th, police in Nanjing, Jiangsu province, arrested Zhao. His story quickly became one of the most disturbing and talked about scandals on Chinese social media.
别墅里面sang thì这里面饮冷鱼，我东阿叔茶去吃盐么，虾饼直接给我，这就算大胆红头，大事金手鱼，大胆。
China is currently having its own Coldplay astronomer cheating scandal. Except the Sister Hong cheating scandal in Nanjing, China involves a female crossdresser, 1,600 unsuspecting guys, and X-rated video receipts. Spicy enough? Shushu breaks it down. What do we know so far? Sister Hong allegedly hooked up with 1,600 different guys, including some who are engaged or had wife and kids at home. Sister Hong secretly filmed all of these encounters and then posted them on a paid online group, similar to OnlyFans. But here's the catch. She's actually a 38-year-old man from Nanjing, China. At this point, he, is already in police custody, but that's probably the least interesting part of the story. Chinese social media is wondering, who the F are these guys? And did they know that Sister Hong was actually Brother Hong? Mind you, some of these guys are, according to Chinese social media, 帅哥, and supposedly could get play anywhere. Well, the Chinese internet has done their digging on these guys, and here's the main takeaway. These guys fall into 3 groups. Group 1. These were the guys who didn't even notice anything was off with Sister. Benefit of the doubt, maybe they were drunk or just in a hurry, but I think this has got to be the minority of those guys. Group 2. These were guys who eventually noticed Brother Hong, but were either gay or bi, and so they were down for it. No surprise on this one. Now, group 3 is the interesting one, where the Chinese internet believes most of the 1,600 guys fall into. These were the guys who did notice Sister Hong was a dude, weren't gay or bi, but still did the deed. A lay is a lay, right? Jokes aside, China has a well-documented gender imbalance, which peaked in 2004, when 120 boys were born for every 100 girls. Fast forward 20 years to when these guys are most hormonally thirsty, and you're left with 20% of the male population as sexually frustrated. Of course, you can turn to the massage parlors, but that's gonna run you $100 and a lifetime of guilt. Or you show up to Sister Hong's, and in exchange for a half jug of cooking oil and a watermelon, you get what you need. What do you think? Could you imagine what was going through these guys' minds while getting it on at Sister Hong's?
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200.
When he told you the hole was the goal, you should have believed him, because this story coming out of China right now is absolutely shocking. So this guy behind me, his name, it translates to be Red Auntie. Basically, he dressed as a woman. He lured or invited what they think a minimum of 1,600 men to his house. He set up cameras everywhere. He filmed them. He filmed all of their encounters, and you could imagine what those encounters were. And then he's posted all of the footage on the dark web. And somehow he's been caught. Like, somebody recognized somebody. He's now been caught and he's been arrested. They think he could have, like, done this to at least 6,000 men, but I think they only know about 1,600 so far. The thing that gets me is that it's very clear that he's not a woman, but it is also very clear that he has a hole that he was willing to use. And these men went straight in, went for it, absolutely went for it, with some coming back multiple times. So there's videos of men who returned multiple times. It just is evidence that a hole is the goal. Doesn't matter what the hole is on, doesn't matter who it's with, doesn't matter, the hole is the goal. And I think this story is really symbolizing that. From what I've heard, everyone is very shocked in China. They're shocked that this could happen, but I'm not shocked at all, because men have been telling us that the hole is the goal, and I think this is absolutely evidence of that. It also really made me think that women put so much pressure on ourselves when we're dating, and we really don't need to. We really don't need to. We need to be enjoying. We really don't need to, ladies. We really don't need to, clearly. This guy's been arrested. We don't know how long he's going to get, but this can carry like a very serious charge. So we'll have to watch this space to see what happens to Red Auntie, but what a shocking story. My name's Jordan. I hate talking about dating and relationships, but this is what I do, so follow me for more.
Part 2 of the 1,700 sexual videos involving Red Uncle.
People are just now finding out their husband, boyfriend, or even relatives were in those leaked videos. It has gotten so bad that women are posting videos of themselves crying, saying they don't know how to explain it to their kids. Many newlyweds are getting divorced. I saw my classmate in the video and he got a girlfriend. Should I tell her? After spotting their partner in the video, a lot of them rushed to the hospital for the STD test. As for the leaked video themselves, they're crazier than you would have thought. In one video, a man asked the Red Uncle, "What is that thing so big between your legs?" And he just pulled a straight face and say, "That's my popped Gucci," in Chinese, and they proceed. What's even worse is that most of these encounters didn't involve protection. In one video, a man literally asked him, "What is that yellow thing coming out?" And Red Uncle replied, "That's just Gucci water." And they continue. Let's be real. Even if it's for a woman, wouldn't you stop if you see questionable liquid? But honestly, you kind of have to call Red Uncle a legend. These men didn't come empty-handed. They bring in random stuff like half a bottle of leftover cooking oil or fruit. He made these men put in effort. Some of these straight men got so into it that they need to visit 4 times a year in each season. It really makes you wonder how much people can lie to themselves when it comes to easy access. Let me know what you think in the comments, and this is the wildest stories I've ever seen.
Sister Hong is the clear example that men do not care if you are black, if you're white, if you're Hispanic. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. All they care is that you have a hole. That's it. If you don't know who Sister Hong is a guy that dressed as a woman and lured men to her apartment or his apartment, and then he took videos of them and sold them. So what a businessman, eh? By the way, my point is that one. That once they were there and they found out that she was a man, they didn't care. They still did it. Oh, and on top of that, they brought them gifts. So, yep. As long as you have a hole, that's all it matters for men.
No, 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 no. Have you guys heard about what's going on with the Red Uncle scandal in China? If you're on X, you might have seen these videos circulating online recently. And it's about a woman who has all these various men come over to do the deed. Now, where the story takes a turn is that it's not a woman at all. It is a man who dresses up as a woman, and he lured 1,600 heterosexual men to his home to do the nasty. He has since been labeled the Red Uncle. According to the police, the man whose last name is Zhao had been detained on suspicion of spreading obscene material. Sharing these videos that were secretly recorded violates privacy rights and could be deemed as a criminal offense. Many social media users expressed public health concerns, with one Weibo user warning that the incident could be a big headache for epidemic prevention authorities. Social media users have already circulated a montage of headshots of nearly 100 men supposed to have met the Red Uncle, prompting mock advice from some, urging women to check if their fiancés or husbands have been featured. And the reason why this is a big deal is because there's also very popular douyin and well-known social media people that have been exposed on these thumbnails, including men that are in marriages. And I've seen some of these videos, and I just thought that this woman didn't want her face to be shown, but she didn't want her face to be shown because then the men would know. And some of the men did find out while they were there, but they didn't leave. They just actually just did it because I think for a lot of them, it was like they were already there. This is just one of the thumbnails that is circulating around where people are going around and identifying Douyin and Weibo users and influencers as well as married men. So I'm expecting to see a lot more exposing of high names because I've also recognized some of the faces in these videos. So my question to you guys is, have you seen the Red Uncle videos, and have you seen any Douyin or Chinese influencers that you know of in these videos? Let me know in the comments.
I can't see it all. Even if I could, it would all be great. Put your picture on my wall. It's not so bad. It's not so bad.
This is the face of a cross-dressing uncle from China who allegedly bamboozled over 1,000 men into doing the nasty with him before leaking the recordings online. And according to him, we're talking about 1,691 men. Mr. Jiao, a 38-year-old man from Nanjing, was arrested after leaking footage that he secretly filmed while servicing his male victims. These videos were posted in an online group with a $21 membership fee. How much he earned from this hustle is anyone's guess. But speaking of money, this story gets even crazier. Jiao didn't charge any of his customers, only asking them to bring gifts. And what did they bring? Milk, fruits, and half a bottle of cooking oil. But I guess they also paid the bigger price of losing their dignity later on, proving that there's no such thing as a free lunch. The cherry on top is that some of these men realized Jiao was cross-dressing when they were about to do the deed, and yet they still went ahead. This crazy story took over the Chinese internet, with netizens spreading a compilation of Jiao's alleged customers. Sadly, this was also how some people discovered that the men in their life were involved. A mother recognized one of them as a kindergarten teacher, while another woman found their very own fiancé. Finding out from an online leak that the person you trust was intimate with someone else is horrifying. This incident also triggered a public health scare. All it takes is one of the hundreds of men involved to have an STI for chaos to ensue, which is why Nanjing's health authorities are actually stepping in. And if Jiao himself ran this scheme while knowing that he himself had an STI, he could also get 3 to 10 years of jail time on top of his other charges. If there's one takeaway from this saga, it's that nothing, not the doggy room, not the cross-dresser, not even their own wives, was gonna stop some men from getting freaky.
Once the ding dong comes out, the statement, "I didn't know it was a man," is no longer valid. I went down the rabbit hole, so y'all coming down the rabbit hole with me. So in China, it's a 38-year-old man that goes by either Red Auntie or Sister Hong. Apparently, I guess his wife just recently passed, and he decided to pick up some extracurricular activities that involves different men. So I'm not sure how he's meeting the men, but he's bringing the men down to his little one-bedroom apartment and secretly recording them. So there has been videos that has been released, 1,600 videos at that. And they're saying that that's not even all the men that's done being in there. And some of them are like, "Oh, we didn't know it was a man. We thought it was a woman." Boy, your eyes work. Mind you, the man's shoulders broad as can be. He got like a little Chinese bang. He got like a face full of like white makeup. And he just wear like a long sleeve shirt and a skirt. And so when they come down there, maybe some of them don't know. But once he lift up that skirt and a ding dong comes out, it's no more denying it. You can't deny no more, player. You knew what it was.
Part 2 of the 1,700 sexual videos involving Red Uncle.
People are just now finding out their husband, boyfriend, or even relatives were in those leaked videos. It has gotten so bad that women are posting videos of themselves crying, say they don't know how to explain it to their kids. Many newlyweds are getting divorced. I saw my classmate in the video and he got a girlfriend. Should I tell her? After spotting their partner in the video, a lot of them rushed to the hospital for the STD test. As for the leaked video themselves, they're crazier than you would have thought. In one video, a man asked the Red Uncle, "What is that thing so big between your legs?" And he just pulled a straight face and say, "That's my pumped Gucci," in Chinese, and they proceed. What's even worse is that most of these encounters didn't involve protection. In one video, a man literally asked him, "What is that yellow thing coming out?" And Red Uncle replied, "That's just Gucci water." And and they continue. Let's be real, even if it were a woman, wouldn't you stop if you see questionable liquid? But honestly, you kind of have to call Rat Uncle a legend. These men didn't come empty-handed. They bring in random stuff like half a bottle of leftover cooking oil or fruit. He made these men put in effort. Some of these straight men got so into it that they need to visit 4 times a year in each season. It really makes you wonder how much people can lie to themselves when it comes to easy access. Let me know what you think in the comments, and this is the wildest stories I've ever seen.
Just a reminder to the gays, the theys, and the ladies. If Uncle Red can sleep with 1,700 men looking like that, you can too. What? No, you can sleep with 1. At least. 'Cause that man had it lined up. Lined up. He had people bringing him like half gallons of cooking oil as like a thank you. If he can sleep with 1,700 people looking like that, you can sleep with 1. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Y'all don't know about Red Uncle in China? You're missing out. I'm not going to tell you more about it because it is disgusting. You can search it on TikTok. It's everywhere. But I just have a question for guys, straight guys. Are you good? Is it really true that you're good with a hoe? Like not, yeah, ho, but as a hoe. In that situation, a 60-year-old grandpa dressing up as a female had more than thousands of straight guys intercourse with him, charged for free. A lot of guys did find out that he was a dude instead of a female that he told him, but they still continued. Literally, Uncle was wearing a long skirt. While they doing that thing, his little reacher popped out. And then, as we all caught, straight guys still, they went with it. Is it really true that y'all good with a hoe? Let me know.